Hey, you guys, welcome. It's Monday. It's the beginning of a very crazy week. Get ready. Welcome to the Psychic News Network. I'm the host and the founder of the Psychic News Network. I appreciate you being here. We're going through this 10-year roller coaster ride all together. And it's more fun all together than it is all by ourselves, right? I hope you had a good day. I did do a video from the rocks earlier. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. If you ever get an opportunity to come to Massachusetts in the summer, do it. No guarantees on the weather, but this summer has been great, and it looks like we're in a good stretch right now. So you might want to check it out. Some places are really hurting for lack of tourism from Canada. Um, so help out your fellow Americans and go stay in their Airbnbs. Or their inns or whatever. Yes, it's Monday. It really is. It's Monday, August 11th. I don't think I've felt this much intensity forthcoming in 1 week in a very long time. And it's up and it's down and it's pretty insane, but you know, we have to face the insanity. Yes, we are sending light to DC. We are definitely not refraining from our spiritual work. And what I keep on urging people to do is to notice that it's working. Every time you see it working, just put all your focus on that and just say, see, it's working. See, it's working. And the other thing I want to mention once again is if you need to take a time out and just like go meditate, you can use any of the guided meditations for Healed America from all the Thursday night lives. Some of them are pre-recorded video, but most are live, under the lives. So when you're navigating through my channel, there's like live, there's videos, there's shorts, there's posts like that. So we're doing it. And we have to notice that it's working, because then that amps up the power of what we're doing on the energetic collective consciousness level. From all that I can see, what it looks like to me and what it feels like to me, and it's just like what a circus. We are an established democracy going on 250 years. That's a really long time to have a strong, not perfect, but a strong established democracy. And Dumpy gets in there, and sometimes I feel like he's still in his Mussolini lifetime, and we can ask the pendulum, because he behaves as if this is an authoritarian dictator is just the way it is. You just feel he's in the wrong country. So it really feels like he's trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It doesn't fit. It's not jiving, man. Give it up. It's stupid what he's trying to do. We were brought up on democracy, or this nation was founded on freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom to have like a fair trial if you're arrested, and you know. Yes, and you should have statehood in DC, Electrostorm, and I do feel that that's coming. Do I think that MAGA is now understanding and really believing that Dumpy is a pedo? Yeah. Well, no, it's not just that. I don't even think it's that per se. I think it's that he lied about the price of eggs. Orange felon needs distraction, says Cheryl. Yeah, well, that's for sure. But here's the thing. He tried it in LA. He tried it, well, he's probably still trying it in LA to send the National Guard there. And like I said earlier, in my series that I'm starting to call Psychic on the Rocks, that people were going up to the National Guardsmen in LA and they're standing there bored. They're like on their phones, and they're like, "What do you feel about being here in LA to tamp down like the riots that weren't happening, the protests, peaceful protests?" And they say that they're bored and they don't want to be there. So now he's calling on the National Guard to be standing around in D.C. for nothing. But in his head, he's a dictator. Was it Mark Milley that said he's a dictator to the core? Fascist. No, he said he's fascist to the core. That's what he said. So we're going to get into it. All of you who watch Off the Ledge, thank you for watching Off the Ledge. I do that every single day without fail to keep us on track. It's easy to get off the track. And please do watch that because it's very helpful. So, grab a cold drink. We're going in. I have my frosty cold non-alcoholic athletic brew. So delicious. I'm so glad they invented it. So, the other thing, I mean, I want to say, the other thing that's mind-boggling, and then I can think of the other thing that's mind-boggling, and this other thing that's mind-boggling, but what I want to say is one of the things that's mind-boggling is to hear him at that press conference today. Did anyone see the press conference today? Oh my God. When he was saying that DC is a mess, and boy, does he put us down. Boy, does he just, it's like if you walked into a room and somebody just sort of like started just totally insulting you and you hadn't done anything, just totally, oh, you look like crap. Oh, how can you dress like that? How can you wear those shoes? Like how can you speak like that? I mean, he's completely tearing down the United States of America, completely insulting us. Telling us that DC is crime ridden and there's all kinds of problems going on, and that he said there's graffiti in the Capitol. He said that the people are making a mess out of all of DC. Well, have you seen the White House lately? It looks like it came out of like Graceland, but it's way worse. Or somebody was saying like Liberace. Gaudy, fake gold, disgusting. I think it was, who was it? The king who was all about the gold. Was it King Louis the 16th? Anyway. I mean, I think, okay, and it's like, oh my God, it's just mind-boggling. He's saying, oh, you know, we've made a mess out of the Capitol, and and I'm gonna read on this right now. What's his brain doing? What is his brain doing? King Midas. No, I think it was King Louis the 16th. Maybe King Midas. I don't know. There was a king who loved his gold. There were a lot of them that loved his gold. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, because it sounds like he has a guilty conscience to me. You know what I mean? It sounds like he's like, oh, the Capitol, it's being messed up. It's being vandalized. There's graffiti everywhere. That's what happened when he incited the violent riot on the Capitol. Yeah, Electrostorm. The only mess the Capitol ever had was him in the White House inciting a violent riot and rewinding the most violent times on his rewind to replay the ones that were the most violent segments. There was blood everywhere on the streets in front of the Capitol because of him. Trump is a mess, not DC, right? And true to form, he can't handle his own negativity. He always has to put it onto somebody else. It's really a horrible sickness that he has. I was listening a little bit to Rosie O'Donnell, who's now living in Ireland, who's been the enemy, Trump's enemy. They have been fighting for decades. Talking about duty to tell, I think it was. There was a book that came out, and all these psychologists came together. This was years ago. And they talked about what a dangerous psychological mess he is. Now, let me just also remind everybody that he didn't. Okay, I'm just going to do this. I just want to remind you of that. Excuse me, I dropped my pendulum. Okay? Duty to warn, that's what it was. Duty to warn. Yeah, she mentioned that. And I took note of that. I actually have a book on my shelf that Warren Green sent me. And I didn't read it because it would have scared me too much. It says, The Dangerous Case of Donald Trump. That's by Dr. Bandy Lee. You all have heard of her. Yeah. So, the reason that we are where we are is because people got psychologically manipulated. Their fears got played upon. Democracy was demonized. Again and again and again. Yeah, Duty to Warn was the name of the book. Check it out. What happened to the Rose Garden is a travesty. Absolutely. What makes me feel reassured is that when we fix all this, that can be dug up and returned to being a rose garden. Yeah. So the reason that we are where we are is the psyop, the brainwashing, riding on people's vitriolic, sick, like unresolved anger issues and all that, the white supremacy, the all the racism out there, and an absolutely complicit criminal Supreme Court. I alone can fix it. Dumpy always says I alone can fix it. That's a dictator. And he hasn't fixed anything except the election. But anyway, I keep hearing that if you say that you'll get in trouble on YouTube, so we're just kind of breezing over that. The very criminal Supreme Court is a big part of the reason. It is the reason that we are where we are. Yeah, Dr. Brandy Lee is a psychiatrist and wrote that book, and she's been on Midas Touch quite a bit. So I'm going to ask the question: is Dumpy realizing that anything? I mean, does he realize that what he's saying about the Capitol being a mess is he's pretty much describing to a T, what happened to the Capitol because he incited a violent riot? Yeah, Hillary was spot on years ago. Yeah, he's Putin's puppet. Does he realize that what he's recounting is what happened on January 6th? No, he's that far gone. He's that far gone. Does he really think that the American people believe him? Okay, so that means he's delusional. Yeah, Leonard Leo and Harlan Crow also. Shout out to Shelly at Healing Truth Tarot. I heard her video and I was totally concurred with what she was saying. She did a video on, is anybody in SCOTUS in the Epstein files? And I was just kind of listening. I was walking on the street and I was listening to her, and so she was going down the list of all the members of SCOTUS that are in the Epstein files, and I was like, Clarence Thomas! Yeah, but there's that too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No wonder they're so hell-bent on hiding the Epstein files. No wonder. Does Dumpy think he'll succeed in authoritarianism? No, he doesn't. He actually, I think he knows. And I think that's why he looks like total hell. I think he knows that this is not working. But all he knows how to do is gaslight and lie. Yeah, if you guys want to just put who you think and SCOTUS is in the Epstein files, of course we don't know because they haven't been released yet. Let's ask. Are the Epstein files, are we going to see them? I have a yes on that. We will see them. Now I need a coaster for my beer. I told you all that I have these coasters. They're my business cards. And Bettina, is she here? I'm gonna send you a whole bunch. Anyway, I just thought of it because I can send you some of these. They're coasters, and I need a coaster for my beer, and it's working really well. Okay. Is anybody around Dumpy? Is anybody taking action to stop this madness? I have a yes. It's not working. Thomas Alito Kavanaugh. There you go. Thomas for sure. You got a yes for Kavanaugh? Beer boy. Is somebody around Dumpy going to get him to stop? Nope. Nope. Oh, and not to mention, what am I calling them now? The Party of Evil People. I guess you could pronounce that the poets. The Party of Evil People. There are no more Republicans. And the rest of the country is catching on. Oh me, oh my. We're going to read about the meeting with Putin. We're going to be reading about that all week, even on my pop-ups. All week we're going to read about that because that's an ever-changing situation. Rupert Murdoch in the Epstein files? I would say yes. It's funny because I got really clear answers when I was kind of going down the list with Shelley, just in my, while I was listening to the video. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we're gonna pull one of these. No, maybe we'll pull two. The Fairies Oracle. I said a while back that I used to use this deck all the time, many years ago. And then Warren Green sent me. I don't see Warren tonight. He's not as expressive as he used to be. Okay, so why aren't our names appear but our emails? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh. Pause for a second. Okay, so I just noticed that your email addresses are those your email addresses that are popping up as your handle? I'll look it up. But that's not your email address. It just says @ and your name and kind of your handle. Sorry, I don't know. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards about the general. We'll pull 3 about the general, what we're going through, and we're going to ask the fairies for guidance. Rose is saying, no, that's not your email. Does it look like something that you identify with? I don't know. I'll see what I can do. It's your YouTube number? Okay, so what we have is, okay, this is the old leaving. It's the old leaving. We are protected by the guardian at the gate. It's worth mentioning that every single guided meditation we do for Healed America, I think just about everyone, for years, we've been sending light into Washington, D.C. We had a dad joke. What do you call a pony with a cough? A little horse. Thomas, is that you? All your handles are changed. That's weirding me out. Ah, it's weird. I'm sorry about that. If you feel uncomfortable about that your handle has changed, then maybe just, you might want to sit out of the chat. tonight. I'm not even sure who to ask. Yeah, that was Thomas. Okay, so this is we're saying goodbye to the old. It's like we're cutting down the old diseased oak tree. It's had its day in the sun, right? And then this is a guardian at the gate. So we are protected. The Dark Lady, this is secrets coming out. I feel like this is the secrets coming out from Maxwell. Dumpy secrets coming out from Maxwell. And look at this guy. He looks very sheepish. He looks very sheepish. So I do think that I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this, but I think Elaine is squealing on Dumpy. And I do, when I tune in, I feel like she's really angry at him. And you could see why when you really think about it. You could see why Maxwell is really angry at Dumpy, because all this, and he's walking free as president of the United States. Let's ask. It's like, what? So I'm just making the point that I think that she's angry enough that she wants to tell on him. Let's see if that's true. Is that going on? That's going on. Wow. We can read on what's going on with this. Google is starting to be like Zuckerberg on Facebook. If you have privacy concerns, just don't chat tonight, and I'll see if I can find out about that. Wow, let's read on that. I know Google owns YouTube, believe me. So Barbara Engro is saying that Dumpy, oh no, Cheryl's saying Dumpy knows. It feels like he does know. Let's ask. Does Dumpy have, did somebody tell him that Jelaine is going to tell on him? Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa boy. The plot thickens. Michael, if you think you're getting messed with here in the chat, then just don't chat, because I have no control. We don't like that. Sagittarians don't like that. All right. Let's pull some cards about how it's going in DC. Because you know what? And you probably didn't see this unless you were kind of keeping up with the pro-democracy channels today on YouTube. Getting a joke in a mirror factory is something I could see myself doing. I like it. Let's see. Okay, so there's a big protest going on in DC. There were people peacefully protesting in DC. And let me tell you something about the National Guard. Like, we already know this, but it bears kind of remembering, repeating. Let's all come close. The United States military's job is to protect the American people. And what's fascinating to me is how, I'll read on this in a second, but I just need to make this point, because I think we need to think about what's going on here in terms of why are we afraid of the National Guard, right? So I see these headlines, Trump sending in the National Guard to DC, right? They take an oath to defend and protect our Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Dumpy is a treasonous traitor. Do we remember what the military looked like during his birthday military parade? Well, he went ahead and bombed Iran in a hurry so that we wouldn't really be remembering that too much. Remember them not walking in lockstep? Our military? It's not that they didn't know how. To see pro-democracy channels having headlines that say, you know, like, Shocker! Trump sends the National Guard to D.C. It's like, oh, have we lost our marbles? They took an oath to protect us. Why do you think we needed to send in the National Guard and it got all screwed up because they screwed it up ahead of time? Because Dumpy knew what he was up to. I know I'm saying too much tonight, but oh well. Right? Right? Oh, hit the thumbs up, by the way, so we can do a group hug. When we have 200 thumbs up, we'll do a group hug, but I can't see when I'm on StreamYard. So let me know when we have 200 thumbs up. Okay. So, I want everybody to just reel it in. If you've been off the rails, reel it in and think about it. Our military is there to protect us. All right? Got it? Joe, like, remember now, bring your brain back kind of thing? Can't believe they're doing that on pro-democracy channels. The Illinois governor to Trump said, Donald, thanks for the compliment. Let's not lie to the public. You and I both know you have no authority to take over Chicago. By the way, where are the Epstein files? We love him. We love Governor Pritzker. So I'm pulling 3 cards about the protesters. Yeah, this is all a distraction. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember on Friday when I did a reading on how Dumpy's always saying that, thank you for the donation, Marby. Appreciate that. Well, he's always saying, you can go. That AOC is low IQ. Who's even saying, for God's sake, he was saying Kamala Harris is low IQ. Everybody's low IQ, low IQ, low IQ. And then I read on it on Friday, is he low IQ? Whoa, boy. Really low. Really bottom of the barrel IQ. I'm not saying it to be mean, but that's true. So, yeah. What a dork. How the American people are doing that are out there protesting, the 5 of Wands indicates it's challenging, but damn, it's worth it. Look, those people are actually picketing. Yeah, he projects his low IQ. Yeah, Marie projects everything. Yep, there they are. The Emperor needs to go. I continually get the 5 of Pentacles around Dumpy. This errant runaway here. I continue to get the 5 of Pentacles. Again and again, I keep getting the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. That's the protesters. It's worth it. They're having a good time. His IQ is the same as his poll numbers. Probably. You just saw that they're protesting in D.C. to free the Epstein files for our children. Yeah, hello. Rita's saying he has no IQ. 5 of Pentacles. Whenever I get the 5 of Pentacles, and it's repeatedly, for some reason, what pops into my mind is this whole Bitcoin, the whole Bitcoin thing, the whole cryptocurrency thing. For some reason, I keep on getting the sense that cryptocurrency is not like real. And that even though he's getting all this crypto money, which is the best way to cover up criminality, I think we all know that. We need to catch up. I think, well, he's always been a smoke and mirrors show, right? I think I keep getting the 5 of Pentacles because he doesn't really have the money that he thinks he has. Crypto is a scam, but he's always talking about it. Why couldn't the sesame seed leave the casino? Because he was on a roll. Thomas, we missed you. It's okay when you take time off, but you just have to know that you're missed. Yes, Darren's reminding us that when Dumpy said we had to protect our airports from the British Army during the Revolutionary War. Now that is dumb. Oh my goodness. Oh, a nice breeze just came in the window. It's suddenly getting humid around here. Those are good cards for the protesters. I love seeing the governors step up. I love seeing Abbott. It's like Abbott shot off of some kind of firework and it didn't explode. It just kind of became a dud. TikTok won't let you protest on their platform. We'll always find ways. I don't know if this is true, but and I haven't written a Substack for a while, and I don't know if this is true. And I'll look into it more, just like I'll look into the handle. Your handle's coming up there in the chat. Substack is kind of shutting down free political speech. We'll see. Well, let's actually read on that. Is Substack going the way of censoring? That would be a shame. But we'll just keep speaking out. We'll create new ways. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it looks like Substack is trying to cover its ass. But it looks like something's going to be built out of that. Now, it was very recently. It was just like minutes ago. Maybe like 45 minutes ago, I saw this. That somebody who has a Substack sent me a Substack and said that they were going to go to a platform called Ghost, Ghost. So if you feel like you want to look into that. Crypto mining farms are making people in Texas sick. Yeah, it's bad. I've always thought the crypto thing was just going to fall apart. Anyway, meanwhile, Substack, it looks like the Four of Pentacles is like they're holding on, like they're scared. We need to all stop being scared. This is silly. And the Page of Wands. The people will still speak. I should go ahead and write a Substack again. I'm long overdue to write a new Substack article about what's going on, and see what happens. I know that Jim Acosta has a very huge following on Substack. A lot of people have a huge following on Substack. Midas Touch does too. So, let's ask, let's see, do we want to use different cards? Maria, we'll pull one of the cards that you sent. And one of my viewers came to visit this week and gave me a new deck called the Rose Tarot. So we'll be pulling those out in the near future. Mary. For those of you who can see Thomas's jokes, please repost so we can all enjoy. I think his handle is like we little people. Yeah. Okay. You guess Ice is seeing if there are any brown people in here? I don't know. Let's read on Ice. Let's pull one card for guidance about what's going on with Ice. Are you not seeing Thomas's handle? Weird, man. What's going on with Ice? In the face of what's happening, this card is called Making a Difference. I'm just asking about guidance about Ice. We're making a difference. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Not speaking up. Not making sure our democracy didn't fall into the dustbin. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun, start fresh. So I'm just applying this, that we have the power to shut down Ice. We do. We have the power to shut down Ice. Gloria's expressing her anger. She's saying Trump is such an a-hole. I've said that many times. We agreed. Okay, let's read on Putin. Now, one thing that I know is that I got strong guidance of about a month ago, and you guys were here, most of you were here, that Russia had lost the war. And I mentioned that Putin's energy is like, he's like the Terminator. It's just kill, kill, kill. His brain is really reptilian, Putin's. And so they're totally losing. The people in Russia are starting to revolt. And I've always kind of seen that being part of how it all ends, for Putin. And they don't have food. We need to count our blessings. They don't have food. When they go to the store, they can buy a half of a piece of bread. It's really bad. The banks I think they're just going out of business in Russia. So, hang on a second. I watched Jay Smart, who used to live in Russia, but he had to escape Russia because they were going to arrest him. And so he's got a really good YouTube channel, and I'm seeing other videos about how badly Russia is losing this war. But Putin won't stop. He'll just go and go and go and go and go and go and go. So we're going to read about that, because I'm just going to spend a little time on this tonight. It never even occurred to me that the meeting on August 15th, it never even entered my mind that it was a meeting about a ceasefire and just ending the war, right? Is it just me? It didn't even enter into my mind. It was kind of an afterthought. Like, wait, what's the meeting for? Because it's not about a ceasefire. Not by a huge long shot. And so, hang on a second. Let me see if I can fix this. I'll look at the settings. I was just peeking to see if I can change the settings here. So, I'll figure it out later. So Russia is losing. Putin can't stop killing. And now they're supposed to meet in Alaska. And I think that we should be screaming this from the rooftops. That at a press conference, I think it was not once but twice, that Dumpy said he was going to meet Putin in Russia. He said it twice. Okay, did he know he said it? I think I read on this earlier. He didn't know he said it. Okay, well, that's interesting. Because when I was out on the rocks earlier and I read on it, I got that Putin, very strongly, I got that Putin told him to say that he was meeting Putin in Russia. Let's read on that. Let's read on that. This should not be happening. This meeting should not be happening. So I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to ask this. Does Putin intend to demand that? This is just my question. Does Putin intend to request that Dumpy hand over Alaska to him? Yeah. That's what I suspected. Okay? That's what I suspected. Yeah, Zelensky was not included in the meeting. It's not about that. So the question is, well, will he give? That's exactly what I'm saying, Darren. If he gives Putin Alaska, he will be in Russia. I really pick up that Putin said to Dumpy, tell the people that you're meeting me in Russia when he's actually meeting him in Alaska. We'll see. With the current energy, oh, absolutely treasonous. With the current energy, is this meeting going to take place? It's uncertain. It's uncertain. We have 203 thumbs up. Oh, great. We'll do a group hug momentarily. Thank you all for showing up. More people are showing up because the StreamYard sends out a notification, and that works well for me. So thank you for being here and for hitting the thumbs up. We'll do a group hug in a moment, but I just want to read next on. We'll do a group hug first, and then just remind me. I want to read on Lisa Murkowski and how she's doing with all this. Yeah. That's what's on Putin's mind is give me Alaska. Okay. I look forward to our time together too. Yeah, he still needs Congress to do that, but how has that ever stopped him before? He's got complicit mob criminals. The party of evil people. It's unbelievable how much they just look the other way. How about MAGA Mike? Sending everyone home early because he didn't know what to do about the Epstein files. It's crazy. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a group hug, and we're going to send energy of protection to the Texas Democrats, to all the governors who are standing strong, to all the protesters who are holding the line, to all of us and all that we're doing, all the representatives. We're going to send energy to our democracy. Let's feel it like a big white blast of light throughout our country. The evil can't take hold. Okay, so, and let's think about the detainees. There's horrible, horrible, horrible things going on, and these concentration camps being shut down completely, and ICE being shut down completely, and anyone who's struggling, let's just do a group hug for them. 1, 2, 3. Group hug! Send it to the protesters. Send it to all the governors, all the brave people that are holding the line. Send it to the people that have social media that are fear-mongering. They shouldn't be doing that. All right, and all of us, we're lifting the vibration. We're lifting the vibration! Yeah, pray for all who fight back. We do it daily, and it's a good thing. All right, let's ask this. Because, I mean, things happen all the time that we're like, how can that can't, what? How did he get away with that? What do you mean he did that, right? So, I mean, let's be honest. It wouldn't surprise us if we saw a headline, Trump gives Putin Alaska. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just making the point that nothing would surprise us. Okay, so, I mean, Electra Storm is saying, I'm sure the Trumpsters in Alaska would love to be Russian now and laughing, which reminds me of that family. I think they were Canadian, that family that moved to Russia. Do you remember? Because they didn't want their kids to be around gay people. It didn't go so well for them. Okay, so is Dumpy going to say that Putin can have Alaska? It's uncertain. Very uncertain. Very uncertain. No, of course he should not get any part of the USA. I'm just saying, as outlandish as that is, that's what's on Putin's mind. They were American, that family. They owned a farm. They sold the farm. Where were they from? Lisa, do you know? It didn't go well for them. They ended up, the Russian government took all of their money, left them destitute, and sent the husband and the dad to the front lines. And they had like 5 or 6 children, a couple of families. And that's how brainwashed people can get. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about this meeting with Putin. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth is going to come crashing down. Oh yeah, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for Dumpy. Oh yeah, thank you, Cheryl. I'll read on Murkowski next. I think she spells her name with an I at the end. Dumpy done lost his head. You think the family was from Michigan? Yeah, we're talking about the family that they were like, oh, we can't have our kids grow up around gay and trans people. Let's move to Russia. Talk about brainwashed. I'm reading on the meeting in Alaska, not Russia. First of all, it's not certain that it's going to happen from my reading thus far, but I'm going to read on it all week. The Ace of Swords is the Sword of Truth. The Hangman is surrender. The Knight of Pentacles. This doesn't look too comfortable, does it? Nope. Not good for Dumpy. No, the family was from Canada. I thought I read that. There might be more. There might be a couple of families. They all returned except the father was forced to fight in the army. Wow. Joy is just getting here. Have Trump saying that Zelensky is going to have to give up territory to Putin. So Joy, if you're just getting here, what I want to let you know is that the whole idea that they're meeting about a ceasefire, it didn't even occur to me that they'd be meeting about a ceasefire. I don't even feel that in the works. Allison saying you don't see the meeting happening. Yeah, crazy. Fascism hates anybody who's not a heterosexual. Fascism just hates. Dad joke, why didn't the astronaut come home to his wife? He needed space. Maybe the meeting won't happen. Well, the pendulum's giving me a kind of an up in the air answer, so I guess we don't know. We don't know yet. No, Zelensky will not give land to Russia. Murkowski. We'll use the nefarious cards for Murkowski. She's weak. She's a weak woman. She needs power woman lessons. Lisa Murkowski needs divine goddess power warrior lessons. Seriously. So the question is, how is she doing right now? Does anybody know where in Alaska the meeting's supposed to be held? Okay, so Murkowski. 6 of Cups. Oh boy, is she feeling regretful. Lisa Murkowski, this is the 8 of Cups. She's regretting. The meeting's supposed to be in Anchorage, Russia. You thought the meeting was supposed to be on a boat, not on the land? I have no idea. I didn't hear where it was supposed to be. So maybe that's true. Is it true? Yeah. So the 8 of Cups is Lisa Murkowski. And the 6 of Cups indicates I don't know how she voted around the January 6th whole debacle. If she voted, did she vote to impeach Dumpy the second time? Sarah Palin's house? Putin calls Alaska Russian America? That makes sense. Darren is saying Anchorage. That makes sense. There's a U.S. Air Force base in Anchorage. He should not be setting foot on American soil. The Eight of Cups, she's actually regretful. Murkowski is really regretful. And the Three of Cups, it looks like something good is going to happen out of this. I think it's a great clarifier. Let me ask this: is Murkowski going to do something that makes her look strong? No. So I don't know what the Three of Cups was. Is the meeting going to be an absolute flop? Yeah, and I've been saying that too. Lisa's serving sour grapes to the attendees at her kitchen table. From the first time I heard about the meeting and the first time I read on it, I just get it's just a Dumpy's favorite word, a total disaster. A mess. It's not good. Yeah, we can't let Putin on American soil. He'll set up something. Yeah. She voted to convict him for the insurrection? Okay. Maybe she's thinking about that. She should have been consistent and pushed back the whole time. Yeah, she's obviously not a fire sign. I don't know what sign Murkowski is. Right, Darren? You wonder what the Native Americans feel about that about Alaska. Well, I feel a lot of protective energy around that. There's so much else to read on. Do you guys want to mention something that you want me to read on? Just because I'm like, my head is full of all different things I could read on. And if it resonates, I'll read on it. Oh, she couldn't give an answer why she voted for the dumb bill because they have death threats. She admitted she was scared. Putin should be arrested if he steps on American soil. You want to know if there are secrets in Kamala's book? Yes. That was easy, Anita. Marjorie Trader Green. Okay, we'll read on her. I'm just gonna read on what's Marjorie Trader Green's, because she's all over the place. She's like a big flip flop. Did Trump visit Epstein Island? Oh, Joyce, are you really serious? Are you joking? Are you serious? I mean, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, of course he did. Many times. We're reading on Marjorie Trader Green. What's going on with her? She's got news that the emperor is going to fall. This is about Marjorie Trader Green, because somebody was asking about her. Marjorie Trader Green, the sun is in, I can't show you because her boobies are shown. Marjorie Trader Green, it is, something's been, delay has been, now understand, she's a narcissist, right? And a sadist. But what she's realized is that it might not go so well for Dumpy, and she doesn't want to be on the losing side. Murkowski is a Gemini. Yeah, nothing against Geminis. But we know that there's two sides, right? Okay, so and as far as Marjorie Trader Green goes, Page of Wands, yeah, there's whistleblowers around her. And so she's trying to avoid prosecution. So she's kind of distancing herself from the emperor because the closer you are to the criminal, the more guilty you could appear to be. Do I see any consequences for the Trump judges and the appellate courts that are stopping any Trump cases? I really do feel, we'll read on the whole judiciary. We'll read on all of it right now. Okay, so let's use Let's go back to these cards. Because is it Michael's birthday? Oh, your birthday's Wednesday? You're a Leo? Yeah, I could see that. MTG is worried about the election in 2026. I don't really think it's that I'm picking up on. The judiciary. We need our legal system to stay completely intact because that's our ticket. And we need, well, our ticket really is to stop the gerrymandering in Texas and for the governors to hold the line. You're really late? That's okay. So 3 cards about our judicial system. I mean, a nation that's not founded on laws is not a democracy. Gemini's changed their mind a lot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think the judicial system is going to hold strong. I can't resist a dad joke. I don't trust the Egyptian tourism industry. One big pyramid scheme, if you ask me. I think that our judicial system is going to hold strong. They're exhausted, yeah, and they're facing a lot of death threats. But they stay in the battle and they win. They stay in the battle and they win. They win for us. I know, the jokes are funny. Thank you, Thomas, for all your efforts. You deserve a Kamala 1 mug. If you don't already have one, I'll send you a gift, Thomas. Please send John Ossoff money for his campaign against MTG. Michael is saying happy birthday to all his fellow Leos. Happy birthday, Leos. Let's pull 3 cards about what we can expect for America this week. What we can expect for America this week. Oh, I'm grateful for cool breezes. A lot of fast-moving action. A lot of, oh, look at this card. What we can expect for America this week. The love of country being very, very, very evident. Allison is saying, I see Alito, Thomas, and Gorsuch being removed, and KBG is the one to swear in the prosecution president-elect, Kamala. The prosecution president-elect? I'm a little lost, Allison, but that's okay. It's probably me. So when I'm looking at how how it's going to go for America this week, and we'll be meeting again, the love of country is going to take center stage. Look at the Page of Pentacles. See the man with the camera? Whistleblowers, 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 whistleblowers. A lot of revelations. A lot of revelations. Yes. Keep your eye on the prize. Love of country being demonstrated widely by the American people. The movement is growing. Yeah, Kathy Beale did say it was going to be wild. Yeah, for sure. And the full moon time felt a little calm, but boom, boom, boom. So the Chariot, fast-moving news, and a lot of revelations. Last dad joke. The difference between me and Superman, he has supervision and I require supervision. That's funny. The media should start talking, Blue Moon Tea is saying. You said taking, I think you mean talking. Yeah, we have a lot of spiritual help from the other side. Don't forget that. But fast moving news. All right, let's Let's see. Are we going to get revelations this week that take Dumpy down? Let's ask that. Are we going to get revelations this week that really take Dumpy down? I have a yes. I have a yes. Okay. So it's for some time now I've been having August 12th on my mind. This is a really strong yes. That things happen this week that take Dumpy down. Interesting. Is it a health crisis that I'm picking up on? Is it a health crisis that I'm picking up on? That's not what I'm picking, because August 12th is really feeling like a strong date. That's tomorrow. We love you too, Amy. Amy loves us. Is it a massive revelation that, yeah, there's a massive revelation coming out tomorrow. That's what I'm picking up on. Let's just ask the pendulum again. Is the meeting with Putin, is that actually going to take place? See, the pendulum's just giving me, it's not certain yet. Yeah. Okay. Phew, that was a lot. To book a reading, psychic@dion.com. Please keep me in business. And members and those who want to become members, in the next series I'm going to offer to you for free, well, as included in your membership. Hear me out. Listen closely. It's going to be a tarot course. So if you want to learn how to read the tarot, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a long-running series that's going to be available to members. I'm going to do one video per week until we cover all the cards. Okay? Can you buy a pendulum like mine? I got this in Salem at a store called... It's a Harry Potter store. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Send me an email, annettedion7@gmail.com, and I'll give you the name of the store. Do I use reversals? No, I never have. I don't reverse the cards. It never felt right to me. Not that it's a bad thing. It just felt like they're complicated enough. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Off the ledges every day. Church of Spirituality will uplift you, and you'll get a great energy transmission and message. So you might want to check that out. It will change your life for the better. To donate, you can donate here. You can donate. Let me see. My P.O. box will be in the description. Thank you, and Rose just posted it. Thank you. And one more thing. These are slow going out, but one more thing and I'll let you go. These are slow going out, and I had to increase the price because it does include shipping. It costs as much as $17 to ship this mug. So if you want a Kamala One mug, they're not cheap, but it's a way to support the channel. I'm like PBS, really. We love PBS. It's a way to support the channel. So it's a nice heavy mug. It's good in the winter, especially. It holds like a pot of coffee. It's on my website, psychic@dion.com. I will see you soon. Have a great night. It's always fun to be with you. Thumbs up, subscribe. Namaste. Keep the faith. See ya.